Hello and welcome back to my vlog. I guess welcome back is, necessary because it's been 5 months. Not 5 months. 9 months since I vlogged. I didn't think freshman year was gonna be as time consuming as it was, but apparently I haven't vlogged since September. So here we are, 3 months into quarantine, done with freshman year, but yet I am here to talk about NJIT, the one and only. So as you can tell by the title of this video, it's obviously about exams at NJIT and how they work, because when I came to NJIT, I heard about like these different exams, and my friends in other colleges, this was not how their college did it. So basically, I just felt like a little goldfish in a sea of sharks. I guess you can say that. The exams were the sharks were the exams, and I was the little goldfish. So I'll explain to you guys how the exams worked. So, while I am editing my vlog, of course I noticed that there's a timestamp at the bottom of every video that I took. No, I most likely will not re-record the whole thing because, well, why would I do that? But obviously it's not 2018. It's not whatever month it says there. Right now it's June 4th, 2020. And clearly I have learned how to use a camera because this video does not have a timestamp on it. So now we know, learning new things every day. Okay. NJIT has this thing where they have common exams and non-common exams. And as soon as you get there and you're a freshman or transfer, whatever, you're gonna see that maybe some of your classes have common exams and some of your classes are called, common classes. And then in other classes, you're gonna have just regular exams. So basically, common classes are just regular classes that have common exams. And most of these classes, it's very popular classes. So for example, like Physics 1, mostly everybody from engineering, computer science, math majors, they all need Physics 1. So common classes are just very popular among the requirements for many majors. And common classes, they have these common exams. And all what that means is that a common exam is a time and place where the exam is scheduled, and everybody who takes that course, all of the sections, they take the same exam at the same time. Monday and Wednesday is when most, if not all, common exams happen, as I said, between 4:15 and 5:45. So that's not during your class time. That's totally separate. For common exams, since these are, really big exams, a lot of people are taking it at the same time. The schedule is online. So if you just Google NJIT common exam schedule for whatever semester you want. So let's say you want it for fall 2020. Now it's June 4th, and the common schedule is already out for next fall. So I could write down all of my common exams and just plan my schedule. Biggest question here is, how do you study for exams? College is so different from high school. When I started to have exams, I didn't know how to study. I didn't know what worked for college, what I was supposed to do, and that's why I'm here, to show you guys how I studied for NJIT common exams and non-common exams. The first thing that I should say about studying for exams is I think that one of the most important parts is actually going to class. Yeah. And doing all the homework, because a lot of people, they decide that they don't want to go to class or they don't complete the assignments, but in reality, I'm not saying that all the assignments are useful for the exam, because that's definitely not the case. But going to class, getting those attendance points, participation points, all of that adds up. And basically, you're gonna learn a lot if you go to class, and that's gonna make your studying process easier. And then the other thing is definitely to collaborate. So make a friend group, make study groups, find people from your classes that you can study with, because it's so much easier to study with other people and bounce ideas off one another and check answers if you have that group. And the next thing is, and this is what really helped me and a lot of my friends, is that common exams, they have past common exams online. So not all of them have an answer key, which is why I said that collaborating could really help. Common exams, they're not super varied. Now, the exams are definitely challenging, so it was difficult. I had to study a lot. But usually what you see on the practice exams is similar to what's going to be on the common exam. You know, this doesn't happen all the time, so I don't want to mislead you guys. But what I've seen is that it's been mostly the same stuff over and over again. You just need to know how to do it. You need and just, practice, practice, practice. That's really all it is. A lot of the time, if you just reach out to upperclassmen, you don't even really need to be friends. Just ask them, hey, did you take this class? Do you have common exams for it? Can we have it? That's really gonna help. Because when I was studying, I found that the 2018 and just the most recent exams, they were more similar to what was on my exam. There's definitely some better things to do than study. Unless you enjoy studying, which I actually do enjoy studying sometimes. Yeah. Okay, now let's talk about classes that don't have common exams, because obviously if you Google it, you're probably not going to find practice exams on the NJIT website. So what do you do then? That's an interesting question. If the professor doesn't have past exams, just ask for review material, ask what you need to do, because at the end of the day, you need that grade, and it doesn't hurt to ask. How did I study? It was definitely a lot of crying and luck. No, I'm just kidding. It was hard work, and honestly, I was really dedicated to my classes. If I needed to study, I was like in the library studying. Ask questions, because that's how you're gonna get answers. And that's one way to do really well in classes. Okay, I don't know if this vlog is interesting, honestly, because I'm not even at college, so what am I supposed to show you guys? Because I'm just quarantining at home, for the past 3 months. So not sure how interesting I can make this content, but maybe we'll throw in some videos from college just to get a little bit of a college vibe.
Exam vibes. This is crazy. What a surprise.
But I guess that the question everybody has been asking is online exams. And I get it, because, a lot of freshmen, if schools don't open up, they're being thrown into this online environment. I'll just tell you guys a little bit about how online exams worked. So NJIT proctored all of the exams. Oh wait, there's something in my eye. Okay, we're good. Okay. NJIT proctored all of their exams. When I say proctored, what do I mean? I mean that the camera was watching you and the microphone was listening. They really have a strict cheating policy, which I understand because we're online and everybody's home and it's easy to cheat. So this was definitely different. It was stressful at times, for sure, when the proctoring software wouldn't start and you just don't know what to do and you don't want to fail. It actually wasn't horrible. It was just definitely annoying. Most of my classes, we used this lockdown browser. It's called Respondus Lockdown Browser. So basically, you can't open other tabs. It's just this application that you open, and it has its own access to certain websites. So for us, it only accessed Canvas or Moodle. That's where we accessed our exams. So we could only be there. You can't open other tabs. You can't really do anything. And once you're starting the exam, there's a verification. You have to show your ID. You have to take a picture of your face in the camera frame. And then while you're taking the exam, the camera is on. It's looking at your motions, and then there's certain motions that flag you for cheating. So for example, if your camera leaves the frame. Okay, obviously it's not the camera leaving the frame. I don't know why I said that. It's your head that can't leave the frame. well, I'm still in this frame, but pretend this is the frame. If your camera like leaves the frame, then I think it flags you. So as a student, you don't really know when it flags you, but the professors see that, and the microphone is also on, so it's like listening to make sure there's no background noise, nobody's talking to you. Out of the two proctoring services we used, I would say that this one was the less like invasive one. So it wasn't terrible. I really never had problems with Respondus lockdown. I mean, obviously I prefer not to be watched while taking an exam, but you know what? It must have been entertaining while I was scared and probably making weird eye movements. That's the other thing, is you're not supposed to make weird eye movements. You're supposed to just like stare at the screen. But then of course in some classes you need scrap paper, like math, so we were allowed to use scrap paper. But then in comp sci we weren't allowed to use scrap paper, so I'm not really sure like what the difference was and in how the program worked sometimes. But yeah. The second proctoring software that we used was Proctoru. It's basically like a Chrome extension, I think, where you download it into Chrome and then you just start the extension when you need to take the exam. And it doesn't allow you to open other tabs also. The camera's also on. I do think that Proctoru is a little bit more invasive than Respondus Lockdown, just because, you know, it asks you to... Oh, I need water. Just because it asks you to share your screen, or I think it's like give control of your screen. So I didn't personally like that part, but I mean proctoring was there for a good reason, you know, it's to prevent cheating. Of course, it was different than taking an exam in college, but I think that everybody adapted well and that everybody was able to take exams well. Yeah, so online exams were not my favorite thing in the world, but I also don't think they were anyone's favorite thing in the world. We were also thrown into this situation, you know, unprepared. This whole quarantine thing and online learning happened within a week. So everybody, you know, had to adapt like very fast. But we all did it. We're here. So that's just about online exams, about NJIT exams in general. I hope you guys enjoyed this vlog as much as I enjoyed making it 9 months after I started.
Huh?
Okay, but I will definitely start making more vlogs. We'll see what the next one will be about. I hope that this is informative and interesting, and I hope that by the time I finish editing there's some funny clips in there, but who knows. Anyway, like and subscribe below, and enjoy your summer in quarantine. Well, I don't know if we're still in, how much longer we're in quarantine for. Anyway, I hope everyone is safe and healthy and excited for the fall semester.